Hello everybody, peeps, and good mornings. Back down in the shed again. It's just gone, well, it's about 10:05. I have been working, believe it or not, for a couple of hours on the computer, trying to figure out how to split that bezel in Falcon Design Space, which wasn't easy. I couldn't find anything on splitting objects in Falcon Design Space, so I was mucking about, trial and error, and I also made a video on how I'd done it. It's a 12-minute video that I'll tag on to the end of this one, but what I was thinking is, should I spray that and the USB so it sort of matches the exhaust fan? But I've got to find a kettle lead to put in there, because obviously I don't want to spray the pins, and the same with the USB. Mind you, I've got millions of USB leads, so cutting a plug off of one of them isn't going to do much harm. What am I going to rant about this morning? How about some YouTube? And the amount of, well, because I went down the YouTube wormhole last night just to relax a bit. Well, I say relax, it ended up winding me up. The amount of bloody AI shit on there, Jesus Christ. They should at least flag it as being AI, flag all the AI vids, and then give you a filter that you can filter all the AI vids out, because it's just bloody ridiculous. It ended up just winding me up. But yeah, the amount of AI on there is, yeah. Well, there's no AI here. That's it. Up over the hill, Phil, keeping it real. There you go. Right, I'm gonna carry on now. The base is complete, the top is on. I've got I want to double check my measurements on the monitor and see if I can cut the bezel on one 300 by 300 sheet. Obviously there'll be a dual end, but beggars can't be choosers until I invest in some more A3 plywood. But yeah, and I've got a few ideas for that as well. But anyway, let's get on with doing stuff. Okay, I've just cut the bezel. Let's see how that went. How the radius? Oh, that's not bad, that's not bad. Now please meet up in the middle, please meet up in the middle. Tell me my measurements are right. Oh, I've got a bit of paper over there. Oh, bollocks. What's that, about a millimetre? Oh, hold it. No, that'll do. It's just, there's a little bit of tape popping out there, which is for the screen, and there's a little bit of 3M. So once I take that off, take that out of the equation, if I glue that, maybe it is a couple of mil out. Yeah, it is. It slipped off. Arseholes. Yeah, about 1.5 mil, 2 mil out. Now, I can even make that up. Put 2 mil on there. Anyway, at least I didn't sort of wasted a sheet, because I can't cut another one. But I've still got plenty of scrap on there to play with other stuff. But 2 mil. That'll be on the internal and the external. So if I had a mil to each side, that should work. I don't see how I got the width right. I mean the height right, and yet the width wrong. Never mind. Onwards and upwards. I don't get that. I don't get that, because I've just measured that. I don't know if you can see. It's 290. Definitely 290. There. Now, I've just put the pieces together. Come with me. And I've just put the pieces together, and it's 290. So why ain't that going round there? Don't know. Don't know. I've just taped the bezel together, and I'm wondering if I can drop some glue in there and that'll hold it. I noticed it is a little bit warped, so I wonder whether that was causing a difference when it was cut. Well, I've got nothing to lose by trying this, so I'm going to give it a go. Sort of snookered myself here whilst I'm gluing these up, because that's the only bit of space I've got to work in. But yeah, I'm just trying with PVA to see whether that works. On in hindsight, maybe I could have used some of that UV resin, and that would have been a better bond, and it would have been a hell of a lot quicker. But what else have I managed to do? I've got the knob and the fan on the back plate, so that I sprayed the you got the plug socket and the USB socket. I've got a choice of rockers to put in the in that switch. I've got just a normal on off, and I thought I saw, oh, there's one around here somewhere that's an LED switch, which you have to wire a neutral into, and it's going to be on the back of the cabinet anyway, so you won't really see it. So I think I'll take the simple option and just break the line into it. But yeah, now I'm just going to have a play around with some laser settings. I was hoping to get some of the internals in today, but now I've put that there, as I said, I've sort of a bit snookered myself. But I see, if I sort of finish with a laser, maybe I can put the internals up on top of that and do something, because I still got to glue the amp holder into place. I might try using some nano tape for that, just to hold it in, and then go around the outside with some UV resin, because it's not going to be, or I could just epoxy the whole lot. I don't know yet, we'll see. Thinking about it, if people are going to push on it, I better epoxy it. Okie dokie, let's let these dry and then take it from there. Amongst other things that I've been called back in the house to do, like inflate the tyres on a wife's car, I've been playing around with the that board, the black one that I undercoated with different colours. I've just been playing with different settings, and looks like I have managed to fine tune it just to cut through the black paint, because you can see the yellow there, there's the blue, and there's the red. That might come in handy, not quite sure what for, but I just wanted to see whether it could be done. So it can. You can cut through just one coat of paint, which is handy. I'll save that board for other stuff. This is still gluing up. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. It might do, it might not. If not, I'll have to search the garage, see if I've got any 3mm sheet that I can cut away through. But we'll have a go at this first. Right, I'm just doing a laser cut at the moment of something else that I designed last night. It's just a coaster holder for slate coasters, so that should be the last laser cut, and then I can put the console on top of it and see if I can get some stuff inside that. Just thought I'd let you know that coaster holder that I designed works okay for size wise. Totally cocked it up though. Look at the fingers in that, everything's movable. I think I put 0.08 instead of 0.008. Or I just don't understand how this offset works. But yeah, balls that one up. Never try and stencil onto bare wood, because it bleeds like anything. But that was just done with a pen, it weren't sprayed. But I'll have to try. I want to get some thin plywood, 1 mil or 1.5 mil or something. That should be all right for making a rigid stencil. I might try cutting that one out of mylar and just try it on that side, see how it comes out. I might do that tomorrow, although tomorrow I want to start doing the electronics. Yeah, because I think that might take a bit of time. That's the amp holder being epoxied in. Now that is 20-minute epoxy, I think so, and I've got about an hour left, or an hour 15. So yeah, that should be done by the time I leave here. I'll check that bezel in a minute. I don't hold out much hope, but maybe I should have epoxied that. But anyway, that's what's going on at the Mo. I'm just going to test the transformer, because I haven't tested this one. So we're going to see what the output is, and hopefully this don't go bang. Got the transformers on. Mind the F points. Take my glasses off so I can actually see what's bloody written on it. What do we got? Voltage plus, voltage minus. So that's a plus, that's a minus. 12.1. Test the other rail. That's a plus, that's a minus. 12.1. That seems fine. So that's checked, and it shouldn't blow anything sky high when it's turned on. So always check your transformers before you first use them, because that's why they got that little adjustment button on them, or knob that you can spin down or up the voltage. Right, we know that's okay. Said heat when he tries to unplug it. Right, that's should be safe now. Make sure, yep, unplugged, safe. That's that checked. I've just put the loop in for the switch, so that I think I've worked that out right, because you've got the live there, goes across to there, through the fuse, out of there, link it to the top of the switch, that goes to the transformer, that goes to the transformer, and that goes to the transformer. So that's line, neutral and earth. And I did find the other switch that's an LED one, but as you can see that's got 4 pins on the back, because you have to run a neutral to it, but that is just to illuminate the LED, which I'm not going to bother with. I might put that on the arcade cabinet, but I'm not going to bother with this one. Going to call it a day now. It's pipe boss 4, the amp holders in, but oh, and the bezel is looking very, very fragile. I've just taken it out, so I give it a quick coat of primer. I'll just go with it and see how it holds up. But it wouldn't be a normal day without something cocking up. And I wondered why. Oh yeah, I've got them. I wondered why when I put the power thing in, I'm going, hold on, this is really, really loose. That weren't loose before. The reason it's loose is because it's the wrong bloody holder I've painted up. So I'll have to do all that again, and that is for a very thin metal panel. So that's a load of bollocks. I won't be able to use that on the arcade either. I'll have to get another screw one. But that's typical. Anyway, I'm calling it a day now. The Falcon Design Space video that I was talking about will be tagged onto the back of this. The one thing I didn't say in it is after you do the offset and you delete the original, remember to resize the offset to the sizes of the original. And other than that, I see you tomorrow. I think we're definitely going shopping tomorrow, because we were supposed to go today and we didn't, but tomorrow we're definitely going shopping. Anyway, this is going to be quite a long video with that 12 minutes of Falcon Design Space tagged on the end of it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Just a little video to show you the pains of designing stuff. I'm in Falcon Design Space, and this is a bezel to go around the monitor in the Jukebox. Now, I've only got 300 by 300 ply left, and the bezel is going to require more than that. So I thought, right, let's see if you can split it. So after about an hour and a half, and there's nothing on I could find on the internet, I thought, well, I'll give it a go. So let's just these are not the exact figures, I'm just going from memory. I think it was 290 by 184. So we'll move that down. Now I wanted rounded corners, so, and I measured it at about 7, so that will fit around the monitor. Now to have 15mm all around. What did I say it was? 290 plus 30, 320. So we do another box over here, which will be 320, 184, 214. So put that on there. That looks like that's lined up. roundy corners on that to 7. Group that lot. Right, now this is where I thought, oh, split close. Let's have a look. Stroke separates a shape into 2 shapes. That's what I want with a straight line, not a jagged edge. So we do the stroke separation. Pick roughly halfway, sort of there. Yeah. Shift left click to get a straight line down to there. And we should have, no, it hasn't. Undo that. This is just one of the things, group. Now, we have 2 separate halves. The trouble is, you've got that line down there, which it would cut. So rather than just cutting around the bezel, it will also cut that chunk out, which you don't really want. So I thought, how do I go around that? This is where it gets a little bit, where I was pulling my hair out. So let's, are they grouped? I can't remember whether I grouped them. Group. Yeah, they're grouped now. So we keep with that one. We're gonna shape separation, split shape into lines. So we do that. We pick that one. Don't know why you have to do it twice, and then you delete it. Then go shape, line, same again, line it up, shift, left click, down to there, group, same again with this one, line, shift, left click, that one might have gone a little bit beyond. I've got such a high resolution on my mouse. There we go. High DPI rather. Group, just for good measure. Group. Now we should just have that. And that, if you preview that, that is a cut. They're the cuts. So it should just cut that and that. So if we do the same for that one, split into lines. Don't know why it doesn't do it the first time. Split into lines, go in again. Looks simple and easy now, but believe me, it took me ages to figure this out. Group. line. Group. Group. Now we should have two of them and be able to not do that knob. To be able to move them onto the canvas. So they cut like that, and I can fit both pieces onto a 300 sheet. So we'll see how that comes out when I do this again with the proper measurements. I want to do one final check on the monitor, try it on a 300 sheet, and we shall see how that comes out later. Anyway, that's just one of the design hurdles and what have you. Oh, I completely forgot. When you split, the rounded corners go. Now, to get rid of that, what you do with the original shape, and I'm just going to do this quickly now because I forgot about that bit. So you've got that like that, you pick that and you do an offset, a corner offset of say, oh, let's go. So you do you do an offset of 7. Confirm that. Inner line, delete. Then you do it with your outer one. Roughly, as I said, I'm only doing this quickly. Curved offset 7. Delete that. Then, when you split, roughly halfway, it keeps the rounded corners. Like that, and then you just have to go through the removing of these lines again. But that's how to keep rounded corners when you split an object. I hope you found that helpful.